Today is one of the happiest days of my life. I am happy because today I am marrying my dream girl. You are the most beautiful, warm and caring and funny woman I have ever met. To say I am punching above my weight is an understatement. I never thought that I would be lucky enough to find a person that would love me as unconditionally as you. It is truly an amazing experience to share your life with someone who puts you first on a daily basis, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Now, a commitment to marriage requires devotion, the ability to listen and learn from each other, the wisdom to know when we are wrong, and the humility to admit it. Above all, it requires unquestioning love between two people, always caring for and supporting each other through all life's challenges, joys and sorrows.
You know that I have my faults. Despite these faults, you have always persevered and been the best partner a man could ask for. I remember our first date and how nervous I was, but what I remember more was seeing you for the first time and realising how beautiful you were. You looked stunning. Your smile made me like you straight away, and the great conversation that took place that night had me hooked. I knew from a very early stage that you were the one for me. Since then, we have done a lot of laughing and loving, and you are now my closest ally, my best friend and partner in everything.
Well, the day's finally arrived and I get to call you my husband. Not my boyfriend or partner anymore, but my husband. I guess that means we're officially grown up. Of course, it might never have come to this because, as you know, I was pretty much ready to give up on dating. It was a seemingly impossible task to find someone who not only was special enough for me to fall in love with, but was special enough to allow into Oliver's life. And then you came along. From the moment we met, there was an instant connection between us. We talked with complete ease, we laughed at each other's jokes, and we obviously also had lots of chemistry. That first date passed so fast and we didn't want the night to end. In fact, if I remember rightly, we were pretty much escorted out of the Three Stags by the staff who were desperate to go home. I'll always remember that taxi ride home. I felt a strange sense of calm and contentment. It was like I knew that me and you would be together forever.
Not only are you an amazing partner, but you also are a truly amazing mother. You have bucket loads of patience and provide the love and support our boys need to develop and better themselves. It can never be understated just how important a job you do holding our family together. I'm so happy today because I love you with all my heart and soul. I love you so very much and I can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together.
We had found each other and spent as much time together as we could. The L word soon followed, and so did all our private jokes, our silly little language, and all the things that made us roar with laughter, and we made some very precious memories. I love how much we laughed together and still how much we laugh. I loved how much you loved food as much as I did, and I've loved watching you turn into a pretty decent cook. I loved how well you got on with my family and friends, and I was so happy that I loved all your family and friends too. But most of all, I loved how you treated Oliver and how much he loved you in return. And when our family grew, I loved watching you become a father and how it made you a better man. I loved watching you bond with our boys, and I appreciated so much how hard you worked to provide for us all. I love you more every day, and even though our marriage won't be perfect, I know we'll both be sure to try our hardest to love each other, to care for each other, and to enjoy each other. Thank you for all the love and laughter so far. I can't wait for the start of our forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please stand for the bride and groom? I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, James William Barnes,
why I, James William Barnes,
may not be joined in matrimony to James William Barnes.
One night I dreamt I was walking along the beach with my friend. Many scenes from my life flashed across the sky. In each scene I noticed footprints in the sand. Sometimes there were 2 sets of footprints. Other times there was only 1. This bothered me because I noticed during the low periods of my life, when I was suffering from anguish, sorrow or defeat, I could see only 1 set of footprints. So I said to my friend, "You promised me that if I followed you, you would walk with me always." But I noticed during the most trying periods of my life, there has only been 1 set of prints in the sand. Why, when I needed you most, have you not been there for me? My friend replied, "The times when you've seen only 1 set of footprints, it was then that I carried you."
In the presence of all your family, friends and witnesses, and it is my very great pleasure to announce to everyone gathered that you are now husband and wife together. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't know me, I'm Ted, James's younger brother, and I have the great pleasure of being James's best man today. My understanding is that the best man speech is supposed to be a great opportunity in which the best man can embarrass the groom and tell a few jokes about some of the situations he's found himself in over the years. And by the way, there's loads. So James will certainly be pleased I've taken the time to include some of these wonderful situations in my speech today. And that Mum has proofread the speech, and it was 20 minutes, and now it's down to 10. I purchased the book to help prepare for this today. The book mentions 3 significant parts of today's service. Number 1, the aisle, the longest walk you'll ever take. Number 2, the altar, the place to become one. Number 3, the hymn, the song in which we celebrate marriage. I think Laura must have been reading this book as well, because when she walked down to meet James, I'm sure I heard her whisper to herself, "I'll alter him." Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start my speech today by saying how honoured I am that James asked me to be his best man. I know a lot of people here are wondering just what Laura sees in James. Well, I have known James my whole life, and to be fair, I don't either. James, you are an amazing friend and I love you so much. I wish you all happiness and love in the world. James, enjoy the day and savour every minute as it goes so quickly. James married the love of his life today. Laura, you look absolutely beautiful this evening. I can't think of anyone else that I'd rather have join our family or would be a better wife to James. You are generous, selfless, loving and kind. You're an amazing mother to your handsome boys, a fantastic auntie and second mum to baby Toby. He adores and loves you and James very much.
Like me. He's even laughed there,
It now gives me immense pleasure, not to mention relief, to invite you all to stand and raise your glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs. Barnes.
Casino Barnes.
Casino Barnes.